Hi, and thank you for joining It's a Miracle Beauty again. This time we just recently posted our loves of 2018. I thought we would post the empties / dislikes of 2018. I think that most products, there's no horrible products out there, but different skin tones, different skin types, different formulations work differently on different people, and it's what you like your result to be. So when I say that these are products I didn't like, I'm not calling them horrible. I hope you love them. I hope that somebody is able to get great use out of them. In fact, some of them I will be donating because they're just not working. But I wanted to give you an idea. So first I'm going to start with empties. These are things that I've either discovered, didn't know, and used and fell in love with. So one I've been using for years, and this is going to sound so funny, but so many times I look and makeup wipes are so expensive at Ulta in different places. And in the Midwest, you can go to Meijer's in their travel section, and they have wipes. You get, see, there's 10 of them in here, and it's 99 cents to $1.25 depending on the Meijer's. So when you break that down, like I remember being in the store and looking at the Noxzema and all the different brands, and when I broke down the cost per wipe, these were a lot cheaper at about 10 cents per wipe. So these are left is one is Covergirl Age Rewind. I already repurchased this. This is probably, I think the new one I purchased is my third or fourth bottle. I absolutely love this. This is another one when I'm in a hurry going to work. I'm able to put this on as foundation, and it's smooth. It looks fine. I don't need powder. It mattes down. It's very awesome, but it doesn't matte down to make you look dry. It just looks like it's set well. So there's 3 that are samples that I already have purchased in the full size. Is the Skin Active Micellar water. I am in love. I bought the blue one this time. I think it works a lot better. The Pixie Retinol Tonic. This is literally one of my favorite toners I have ever used in my life. I'm using the rose one right now. That's also a sample that I'm using. Not a sample, but it's a smaller version. And I like that one too. It's fantastic. But I have a lot of rose scented. It's like they kind of came in and rose became a popular scent. And not all of them have like roses in them as far as like a property that helps. So, but this Retinol Tonic, I loved my skin when I use this. I use it in the morning and at night every day. And I absolutely love the way it cleaned, and I love the way that it felt on my skin. The other one is definitely a sample, but it lasted me a long time. Like I think I've had this at least 30 to 45 days, and I used it every day when I had it. Is the Youth to the People, and this is the Kale Spinach Green Tea with hyaluronic acid. I didn't know anything about the hyaluronic acid until recently. A coworker actually told me more about it. So now it's one of those ones that I kind of look for and that I want to find in products, but I'm still not 100% knowledgeable about it, and I'm not going to claim to be. Some more skin products that just didn't work for us. The De-Bronzy by Drunk Elephant. This one, I tried it every way I could find on the internet, from mixing into lotion to use as like a tinted moisturizer, to putting it under my foundation. No matter how I use it, I looked like I had a bad fake tan. Or a bad spray tan. And so I personally will be passing this along to somebody with a deeper skin tone, whether it's just deeper than I am or deeper. I think that it has the properties that it could be amazing and it could look really good, but for me it doesn't work. The other one is actually Pixie. Even though I adore Pixie brand, the Skin Treats Glow Mist. This one, if you look, it's full. There's a little bit of oils at the top, but if you shake it up before you use it, it smells horrible. Every time I use it, I just couldn't talk myself into it. So it started sitting on the back of my vanity and just resting there. And so finally I said, you know what, I'm going to donate it. See if one of my friends wants it. One of them, again, it's a brand I love. I love Urban Decay, but this is the All-Nighter concealer. I can't stand this. It's just a doe foot. It's the formula. This one is fair neutral, but no matter what I did with it, it looked yellow or it didn't. It looked cakey. Like no matter how I tried it with a beauty blender. I tried it with a blend. I tried different primers, silicone, water-based, everything, and nothing I did made this look good. So these 2 products aren't the ones that I happen to dislike, but I no longer have them here. But this is the Infallible Concealer. I like this concealer. It's fine. But I bought the Infallible foundation, and it was horrible. It looked horrible on my skin immediately. Now, I will say a disclaimer that I am dry-skinned, and so obviously any matte foundation, but I did buy the Pro Glow, and it still just looked horrible. No matter what I did, it didn't look right. Again, I always try things multiple ways before I decide it's not working for me. It did not work at all. So then the other one, again, this doesn't represent it, but I had the Photo Focus Wet n Wild foundation. That one I tried twice and returned. It was that bad for me. No matter what I did with it, it blended okay, but none of the undertones were correct, and 3 different bottles. It didn't look good on my skin. And for me, if it's a photo focus or a photo looking one, my skin should look flawless. It should look smooth, and it highlighted everything I didn't want highlighted. So that one was returned. For highlighter, I only had one, and even this one, I will say, it's not that there's anything wrong with the formula or anything else. This is by City Color Glow Pro Stellar Iridescent Highlighter in Nebula. So it's like a grayish blue. I'm not sure if it's picking up good. I'll swatch it so you can see it. I only used it once. I dipped my brush and put it on, and it looked very funny. If you can see that. There you go. So this one is just, it's, and I think on a different skin tone, it might look okay, but for me, it's not. So for eye products, I actually have 4 mascaras and 2 eyeliners. Actually 3 eyeliners because one is not here. One is in another room. The Lash Paradise Liquid Black, I cannot stand it. The Lash Paradise mascara is amazing. It works fantastic. The Lash Paradise eyeliner does not work as well as the mascara does. Another one is the Long Lasting Black Color Intense by Jean de Blue. This is the Glittering Star Eyeliner. This one literally does not do anything on your eye if you have any powders on your eye. So like when I just do it like that, it has a little bit of sparkle in it and it works pretty well. However, it doesn't work at all when you have, it just slides across the eyeshadow. It doesn't have enough, maybe it's the wax it needs. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on that, but it doesn't work well. The other one that has a similar problem is the Color Stay Sapphire. Just to draw this blue line, I had to like scrub on my hand. Amazing color, however. It's one of my favorite colors I found. That's why I wanted it, because it's the blue. I was hoping it could kind of compete with the other colors I have, but it doesn't. This one I think I'm a little bit different than the rest of the makeup world anyways. I cannot use the Better Than Sex mascara. In fact, I heard it's coming in the BoxyCharm, and I'm not excited about it. I'll be giving it away. Not that it's not still a value for the box, but this clumps for me. And also, by the end of the day, it's down on my eye. Like, I have a black eye. Like, no matter what I do, I don't care for waterproof. I was at Sephora. One of the girls said, oh, you'll love it if you do the waterproof. I don't think I will, because I don't think it'll change the clumpiness and the way it looks on me. And then also, I don't like waterproof mascara. They take forever to get off, and you feel like you never quite get them off. And I like to take my makeup off entirely at the end of the day. Another one that I honestly thought I was going to like, but I didn't care for, is the Urban Decay Troublemaker. I don't care for this one at all. I received this one as a gift, and I'm so appreciative for the gift, but it just doesn't work well. It's got one of these spoolies, and I don't care for those. I like the ones that are thick and lush and full. The Lorac, this is the one that has the blue, again, with that kind of spoolie primer. The primer does work good, though. I still use that on other stuff. But, like, that's a thicker mascara one than the other one. So this one, for some reason, it doesn't last. Like, it looks like within a couple hours that I have no mascara on, and so that's why I don't care for that one. But I do like the formula as far as, like, when I first put it on. It's not clumpy. I kept thinking maybe I wasn't putting enough coats on, like what it was, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't last throughout the day. Then the only one I could say I truly despised, like, doesn't work for me, and is the Peacock Flare by Covergirl. Again, with the small spoolie that doesn't do much. The formula itself didn't work either. I was with the Claim Peacock Flare. I was waiting for my lashes to be out and beautiful, and they weren't. So I have 4 palettes in this category. So the first one is the one we received in BoxyCharm. It's the Pure Midnight Masquerade. So this is what it looks like, and it does have face and eyes, which is beautiful, but I didn't care for the color story. It doesn't have, I mean, I guess you could use one of the shades over here, but it doesn't have your base or blending color. It doesn't have any of the, like, it just, to me, it's not a good color story. I never reach for it. I'm actually giving it to a friend. The other one I actually did reach for a lot when I first got it, but then I too realized kind of the limitations. If you look, it is very well used. Well, I guess well used, I don't know about very, but this is the Pretty Vulgar, again, Boxy Charm, and it's the Nightingale Palette. So if you look, it has pretty good shades in it. I used it for a bit, but I already had my chocolate bar that I loved. It was my neutrals palette, so to have a second neutrals palette when I probably have 5 over there just doesn't make any sense. I have more neutral palettes than anything. Don't need to add to that addiction. And then the last one is the Ace Beauty. Again, we got in Boxy Charm. I've not had a lot of success with the eyeshadow palettes, although this month I did enjoy my Tarte one. I tried enjoying this one. This one does have, I think, a better color story than the other ones, but this, the formula just doesn't work for me. I don't know if it's just me because I do see a lot of awesome reviews, but I noticed that it wore off pretty fast, so that one was not successful for me. The last one I think will shock a lot of people. Not everyone, because some people feel this way, but the Nude Palette by Huda Beauty. This palette is new of the fall, and the formula is amazing. It blends fantastic. I've never got a bad look out of it. However, I don't believe it's worth $65. To use the term, I guess I'm salty about it. I don't like that I've spent that money for it. I want to try their formulas, and I loved the color story in it. But every time I pick it up, or even more so, every time I go to do my eyeshadow, I think we figured out the other night that I have over 30 palettes, and I reach for this one more than any other because I feel like I have to hurry up and get my money's worth, because it wasn't, to me, worth that much money for just the palette and for the shades and things that are in it. So that's, again, my opinion. So the last thing I would say that I didn't care for or wasn't good, and I'm actually going to throw all the stock I have of these in my pile for my next, is the next contest is yet to be announced, but I'm collecting all the prizes for it. So Luxe Lash Kit Starstruck by e.l.f. says multi-dimensional lashes for full volume and length, and a pure lashes and tweezer are included. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't expecting the world because it's e.l.f. It's cheap. I personally have not had a lot of luck with e.l.f. Cosmetics. I know friends that have had immense luck with a lot of their products, but I have purchased and purged and purchased and purged until I think I've just kind of realized it doesn't work for me. But these look absolutely beautiful in the package. They look amazing. They look like they would work great. For me, what part of the issue is they have such a weird band that they're almost impossible to get on. I kept messing with them and messing with them. I'm like, is it a thick band? Maybe I'm not used to it. I'm looking, and then I Googled, and I'm not the only one that had the problem. So I think that while it's beautiful, they just don't work for me, and so I'm going to put them in the contests. So if you've lasted this long, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I do hope that you will subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications, and hopefully follow us on our social media. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great weekend.